If you've been following my channel for a while, you probably remember that Ruko previously sent me their F11 Pro 2 drone. And honestly, it was a good drone, solid flight performance, decent camera, and a stable overall system. But when I reviewed it, I also mentioned a couple of things that I felt could make the experience better. One of them was the controller. It worked fine, but it still relied on connecting your phone with a cable, which always adds a bit of clutter when you're setting up. The second thing was the size and weight of the drone itself. It was slightly larger and it didn't fall under the 250 gram threshold, which many people in my audience prefer because it avoids extra registration requirements in many regions. So I shared that feedback, and interestingly, Ruko actually listened. They reached out again and sent me another drone to look at, this time something very different. A mini drone, and more importantly, a controller with a built-in screen, which means no phone cables, no mounting setup, and no connecting process before you start flying. So today we're going to take a look at this new drone, the Ruko U11 Mini 4K, and see what it actually offers. The first thing you notice immediately is the size, and this drone weighs 239 grams, which puts it safely under the 250 gram mark. That's important because for many people it removes one of the biggest barriers to getting into drones in the first place. You can simply take it out, power it on, and start flying without worrying about extra registration steps depending on your region. And because it's so lightweight, it's genuinely easy to carry around. It's a true palm-sized drone, something you can throw into a backpack without thinking twice about it. But weight is only one part of the story. What really matters for beginners is how easy the drone is to actually fly. And this is where the U11 Mini focuses heavily on simplicity. The system is designed to be ready to fly right out of the box. There's no complicated calibration routine you need to run before every flight, and the interface itself is built to be very beginner friendly. You power up the drone, turn on the controller, and the system connects quickly. And speaking of the controller, this is probably the most noticeable improvement compared to the older setup. This controller includes a built-in display, so you don't need to attach your phone at all. That means no cables, no phone mounting brackets, and no distractions when you're setting up. Everything you need to fly is already integrated into the controller. For beginners, that's a huge convenience because the whole process becomes much faster and much cleaner. Now let's talk about flight stability. The U11 Mini uses what Ruko calls quad intelligent positioning. That includes GPS positioning, barometric altitude hold, optical flow sensors, and a TOF sensor underneath the drone. All of these systems work together to keep the drone stable while flying. GPS helps the drone maintain its position outdoors, the barometer maintains altitude, optical flow sensors help stabilize the drone when it's closer to the ground, and the TOF sensor, which stands for time of flight sensing, helps the drone detect the ground when landing. What that means in real use is that the drone doesn't just drop straight down when you land it. Instead, it slows down and pauses slightly at low altitude before touching the ground, which helps prevent sudden hard landings. Ruko also includes AI-assisted takeoff and landing, which means beginners can launch and land the drone with very simple commands. Again, the focus here is reducing complexity. Now let's talk about the camera. The U11 Mini captures 4K video and up to 8K photos, which is impressive for a drone in this size category, but the real highlight here is stabilization. This drone uses a 3-axis brushless gimbal, which helps keep footage smooth even if the drone encounters light wind or small movements while flying. That kind of mechanical stabilization makes a noticeable difference compared to drones that rely only on digital stabilization. If you're capturing travel shots, landscapes, or simply learning aerial photography, smoother footage makes your results look much more professional. Another strong point here is battery life. Each battery can provide up to 35 minutes of flight time, and the package includes 2 batteries, So in total, you're looking at roughly 70 minutes of potential flying time, which is excellent for a drone in this weight category. For beginners, that means you get more time to practice flying instead of constantly stopping to recharge, and that extra flight time really helps when you're learning how to control the drone. Transmission range is rated up to 3 kilometers, which again is more than enough for most beginner and recreational flying scenarios. You're not likely to push those limits, but it's good to know the connection remains stable when flying farther away. Another thing Ruko emphasizes with this drone is a clean and simple system workflow. That means the interface is designed to be straightforward without complicated menus or technical flight settings that beginners might struggle with. The goal here is simple: turn it on, take off, start flying. Ruko also offers optional programs like trade-in options and insurance coverage for their drones, which can be useful if you want extra protection or plan to upgrade in the future. I'll include those links in the description along with the product link if you want to check the drone out in more detail. So overall, the U11 Mini 4K is clearly designed with beginners in mind. It's lightweight, simple to set up, stable in flight, and the built-in screen controller removes one of the most annoying parts of flying beginner drones: the phone connection. And I think that's really the key idea behind this drone. Sometimes a good beginner drone isn't the one with the most advanced features, it's the one that removes the small frustrations that normally get in the way of enjoying the flying experience. If you want to check out the Ruko U11 Mini 4K, I'll leave the promotion link down below in the description.